what's up? Welcome back to my video. Today we're going to be making naan.
Hi.
It's something that everyone enjoys, even my grandparents and my brother especially. So for this we will be needing 1 kg of all-purpose flour, 3 cups of milk, it has to be lukewarm, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, it can either be fine powdered or in crystals, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon of instant yeast, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda, not baking powder. I'm going to be then adding in 3 tablespoons of yogurt and 3 tablespoons of oil, and we'll also be needing some oil for brushing. So I have already added some of the flour in. I have some left needed for sifting. Can you hold it?
Yes. You have to put all of it?
Yeah. There's only that.
God. That's a lot of flour.
There's already some in it. We just need to sift the rest in.
How much did you already put in?
1 kg. Done. So that is 1 kg of flour in there. I've already washed my hands, so I don't need gloves. Now just add the 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. Put it in. 1 teaspoon of salt. 1 teaspoon of instant yeast.
Oops. Sorry.
And 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Then we're just going to add in 3 tablespoons of yogurt. 1, 2. The yogurt will make it creamier like the mayonnaise did for the burgers. And then 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. It can be any oil actually. Some of the yeast fell, so just put it in.
If you have an accident like this, make sure get the things out of the thing. Because then if you don't add the things which was like pour off, then
it won't rise properly.
Yeah.
So now we're going to add 3 cups of lukewarm water. I have already brought this to a boil and slightly cooled it, but not in the refrigerator. So just gonna
Why don't you just put it all in one time?
because we need 3 cups.
Oh.
Here. Just gonna add some more because the cup wasn't filled properly. So now that that's done, we're going to put this.
All 3 cups.
So now we're just going to put this in the mixer. And everything's ready. We're going to put it on a slow mix. And we're going to let this mix until all of it is well combined and none of the dough is still sticking to the bowl. The yogurt we put in, it was on room temperature, and as you can see now the dough is starting to come together. You know when it's ready when all of it just comes together and there's barely anything left to the sides or to the bottom of the bowl. So we're going to, let's see when this is ready. This is well combined. We're going to turn this off and take all the dough out. Taking the dough out of the mixer, and it's really big right now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and knead this in. It takes a lot of arm strength to do this, and it's better to wear a glove for like cleanliness and also to be safe from coronavirus. So I'm going to knead this until this is kneaded, and I'm going to cover this with cellophane wrap in a steel bowl, and I'm going to keep this in the heat for around 2 to 3 hours until this is doubled in size. So I've kneaded this properly, and I'm just gonna squirt some oil into this, and then I'm just gonna like lightly brush it on to the sides. you don't have a brush, you can just like tilt your bowl sideways. This is the same bowl I used when I was mixing the dough, because we have 1 kg of flour and 1 kg of dough. So we're going to just dump that in there and cellophane wrap it. So at first I'm gonna tightly wrap this with saran wrap until this has at least touched the surface of the wrap, and then I'm going to loosen the wrap. And yeah, so I'm gonna be putting it outside for 2 hours, and I'll see you now that the dough has risen. We're going to take it out. I've kept it in the microwave because it's closed and it will keep the dough warm. So as you can see, the dough has come up a bit. So I'm just going to take this off. And it's good.
Is this supposed to be?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Just gonna take some flour, and I'm just going to dust it here so that the dough won't stick to the thing.
Meanwhile, I will be mixing eggs and milk. 2 eggs and
only the
3 tablespoons of milk.
Yeah, it's only the egg. We're adding 2 egg yolks in around 3 tablespoons of milk. The milk will make the naan more creamier, and so that's that. So I'm going to be taking only a small portion of this out.
We will be making 3 naans.
Yeah, we can make a lot out of this, but for now we'll be making 3 naans. 1 from the active fryer, 1 in a closed pan lid, and 1 on the tawa, which is a pan. And so then we can see which one gives the best results.
1 in this.
Yeah.
1 in this.
So now I'm just gonna roll this out. I'm just gonna dust this so the dough doesn't stick to this. So I'm going to roll this out, and I've been pressing the naan dough for a little while now. I try to limit the amount of times I use the rolling pin. So I'm going to I press the corners slightly, and I'm just going to press it in now. And then I'm just going to use a fork and make holes in this so that air can go through it. So now my brother is just going to brush this with the egg and milk batter that we just made, and sprinkle some cylindrical on. While he's doing that, I'm going to do it with the rest of the naans as well. So I've made the dough ball first, then I'm just going to slightly push in the sides so that this just becomes bigger. So I'm just going to go ahead and push in the sides and the middle. We want the corners to be a little more fluffier than the middle. So yeah. The rest of the dough that we had, I've cut it into smaller pieces, and so this is like I know how much I need for each amount of naan, and each dough ball should be around this size. So yeah, I'm just gonna continue doing this. And so the naan should look like this when it's ready.
Next naan, please.
So now that all of them are ready, I'm going to brush the active fryer with the oil. So now we're just going to put one of our naan in the active fryer. And I'm going to close this, and I put it on the pizza setting, and it's going to be on 30 minutes for low heat. And then meanwhile, these two are going to be cooking as well.
Hi.
So I'm just gonna
You're
line
putting the
this.
things
Yeah. So I'm just gonna line this with parchment paper,
because you don't want your naan sticking to the pan.
and I'm just gonna put the second one in the middle too. And I'm gonna close this, and I'm going to put this on the stove on medium low heat, and the third one will be on this pan. Just gonna slightly brush this with some of our oil so that the base of the naan could have a nice brown color. And I'm gonna put the third one on here as well.
Is it really hard with the naan?
It is. So I'm gonna put these two on the medium-low heat on the stove. I'm going to use these later on, and I'll see you when these are cooked. 2 to 3 minutes while from this naan is cooking. I'm just going to scrape the edges so that it doesn't stick. The naan is already starting to have some bubbles in, so I'm expecting this to be done within 3 or 4 minutes. So now that more bubbles have come, we have to cook the top side as well. So I'm just gonna pick this up and cook it on the stove. The bottom has become slightly brown, and I'm just gonna cook this on the stove. So already has started to become brown, and I'm just gonna continue cooking this until it's done.
Nice. She's really good at this.
The naan is ready and has brown pieces. We're just gonna put this to the side, and we're going to look at this one. You can use any airtight pan that you have. So I'm just going to flip this one, and I'm going to close it again. The bottom has become slightly like a golden brownish color.
What I've observed is the more airtight it is, the better and more bubbly it gets.
Yeah. I've turned the stove off for the one in the airtight pan. So let's see how it is now. As you see, the crust has like these brown dots on it, so that indicates that it's ready. I'm going to check the last one after a couple of minutes. Now we're going to check the one in the active fryer. It has been cooking for 12 minutes now. So
Oh my god, that's so good.
Oh my.
So good. It's
The
perfect.
bottom is like perfect, and because of this whole thing in the active fryer, it has taken that shape and just like expanded on it.
And
So-
it's like not too many bubbles. It's like just one bubble, big bubble in the middle.
Yeah.
It's so
I'm
perfect.
going to turn this on for a couple minutes until the front top is cooked properly. So it's been 4 minutes since the front has been cooking, so let's take it out. So the bottom is nice and brown, and the top is
Beautiful.
brown like the bottom. So this is the one from the tawa, this is the one from the airtight pan, and this is the one from the active fryer.
Now we will be testing out which one
Cooked
Look.
the inside better, and
looks the better and which one tastes the best.
And which one is properly cooked from the inside. So I've cut some slices out from each one. This is the one from the tawa, so just try some.
But you have to see how it
It looks good.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. This one is also cooked properly from the inside. So this is the one from
Crispy.
the active fryer.
Very crispy.
This one has a nice bottom brown and this beautiful dome in the middle. And this is very fluffy from the inside.
And it's really soft and gives the flavor.
And you can see the difference. From here, it's like nice and fluffy, and then it just becomes a little thinner. And then this is the last one.
Look at the difference between this one. This has some fluff in it, but then because this is crispy, it just goes straight.
Yeah. Then this one is like thin from here and then fluffy from here. This is the last one. This one is the fluffiest.
Now these
visually, this is the best. And from taste, I think this is the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. So you should try these at home, and who knows, maybe this will work for you as well. And I'm just gonna snack on these till then. Bye.
Bye.